Alright, so you need Shadow Soldiers, you want to level up, you want to fight Igris, and there's honestly not many ways to get XP, but we're going to go over them to make sure they're all completely clear, and just kind of talk about it, right? This is, like, a pretty simple video if we're going to be honest, but, you know, a lot of people still ask me, so I'm just going to make everything clear for how to level up in the earlier parts of this game. It's very possible that some of the later game modes might give XP, but as of right now, Hunter Archive does not really give any XP. Encore missions does not give any XP either, and then we've also got instance dungeons which don't give any XP. So we got to work with what we have. Now, first of all, very easily we've got this kind of like the activity funds which do give XP. Now, you're going to be able to claim them, and obviously over time, over a 24-hour period, it seems you will be able to build up a full amount of XP to get, well, XP, gold, and then some other rewards, and over time, we're going to be getting way more XP, okay? So there is that. Now, as we can see here, if you level up your hunters more and Jinwoo, you will be able to get more XP, so it would not be a bad idea to actually do this. So it does seem that the hunter's level is going to give you percentage increases, but then the tiers themselves will increase the amount of XP and gold and other stuff you get per minute. So you got to level up, well, the more you level up, right, the more you're going to get more XP. But if you level up your hunters, you will get a bigger percentage increase. So it might not be a bad idea, but of course, it will take a lot of gold. So I recommend this more for later on to level up more hunters. I'm very blessed because I've been spending a lot that I have a lot of gold. Now, for other people, this is not the case, but just to kind of mention, the more you level up your hunters, the more you will actually get XP, okay? Now, next up, we're going to talk about this for a good bit, right? So we've got story. Story is, I mean, the most obvious way to get XP. Now, in the earlier parts, you will have to do most of the side chapters to actually get it, but over the days, you won't really need to. It's not a necessity, but obviously, it's good to do just for the pulls themselves, because obviously, you're getting, what, four pulls at the very minimum per chapter, not counting the crystals you get. Now, the main story will be giving a lot more XP if we just check it out, right? Obviously, the side chapter, we could go to hard actually for this. So if we check it out, here we go. So this or, oh wait, so no, did I already do it? Oh, my bad. So for Gatekeeper, does it not show it? Okay, well, just in general to kind of say, side stories give a lot less XP than the main story. It's kind of hard for me to kind of show off. But if we just check here, this is giving me like 5k, right? And some of the later ones will be giving a lot more. But then side chapters, it's like 1k, right? Now, doing side chapters in early game is good. Now, in later game, the best way is really to do hard. So if we check for like the side chapters in general, you also want to do them in hard mode instead of any of the normal mode if you're trying to get as much for min-maxing, right? Because if we look at it, this side chapter is giving 1,000, and then as we just saw, this side chapter is giving 4,000 each, and then in the bosses, it's going to give even more. So something to understand is that the bosses actually give way more XP. I'm pretty sure from Igris, if I remember correctly, I got somewhere from like 30 to 40,000 XP. So please make sure you do that, right? Doing all the hard modes is going to be very important because of the fact that overall though, like you will need to because it's gonna like basically just gatekeep you if you don't do them. And what's very cool is that it pretty much works out almost perfectly to do the story. So for example, what I mean by that is I did lizards, right? I finished this and then I was able to fight Igris. So you don't even need to go for the stars, okay? The trophies especially, I'm not going for. And if I'm not going for it, I don't think you guys should, especially if you are free to play, because it's going to be very difficult. Especially because, bro, win without falling below 25%, especially on bosses, is very difficult. But sometimes I just cannot, like this, I was sweating my life. I think I finished with 10 seconds left, so just don't even try it. But it's pretty self-explanatory, right? Just do the latest, like, if you have earlier side chapters that you could do the later ones if possible, right? And then work your way back if anything. But yeah, side chapters are only there afterwards if you really need it. Now, besides that, we've got gates, okay? So every day when you do gates, you will be getting XP bonuses, and XP bonuses will scale up as you go. So these XP bonuses, it's a one-a-day thing, so you get one section of this, and afterwards it does go to gold. So that is something very important to mention. Now, gates themselves do give XP. So if we check it out, the higher rank gates will be giving more XP. As we can see, C rank is giving 1128, B rank is giving 1179, and then A rank is giving 1230. So you want to do the highest rank gates usually. I would say B rank or higher is good. Now, one important thing to note is that you do not want to, you want to be on the max rescan level, because let's say I would go to 9. Let's just check a C rank gate, 1128, and then we go to like difficulty 8, right? Or difficulty 7, I guess. And then, oh wow, we got an S rank. Oh, we didn't get anything, but we could see it's all the way down to 440. So you really do want to stay in the highest levels as possible, and always do at least the dailies to get the first level of gate missions, especially now because there's the additional acquisition right now. So we're going to be able to get that for the most part. Remember that if you're lazy, you are able to sweep sometimes if you're strong enough. It will either take current sweep points if you're going for Jinwoo just like that. Oh, they're all Jinwoo. I mean, I'm going to rescan, I guess, just to kind of show you guys. Don't worry, I mean, oh, okay, perfect. That's nice. Now, if we're here, you're able to just choose hunters that are strong enough, and it's going to just take points from themselves, and you can see, like, she has 15, she has 30, etc., etc., etc. So we went over how to level him up. Now let's talk about his stats, because that's what you mainly get when you're leveling up. And, I mean, overall, there's one main way that I'd say, I mean, you could see it right here, there's one main way that I would personally go about it, that I've seen other people go about it. And I mean, it makes a lot of sense as to why. Now, overall, let's just talk about the stat points section. Now, what's good about this is that if ever you're struggling or need more stats in something that you really realize, for example, defense and HP, because you're dying a lot as Jinwoo, well, you could do either two things, either reset stat points and give him more defense, just a bit more, or you could get a healer, something like that. Both things work. Now, let's go one by one. So attack obviously is very good because your skills for Jinwoo do scale off of attack. And I mean, as you level them up, as you level the skills up more, it's going to do even more attack. And like this, it's going to go up quite high. So, you know, that's it. I hope he gets another ultimate, though. I don't know if we will. But I mean, still, like, 4,600 is pretty good for Jinwoo. So attack is the main one that you should probably aim for, because pretty much everything goes off of attack, right? You could see off the user's attack and off of the user's attack. Everything is really good for that. Now, after defense and HP, you don't need to give too much, but I did give him some just in case, because sometimes I do end up reviving, right? If you checked the Igris video, I mean, or just my streams, you will see that for the tougher bosses, usually you will end up using that free revive that they do give you per battle. But I didn't want to put too much into it. But overall, I do have a bit more maybe than I would like, so I would honestly take a bit out. Now, I gave a lot in crit or for agility, right? And the reason being is because I do have the plum sword, and this gives extra crit damage here, and then extra attack and crit rate here. So just getting more crit rate here for me is just very good. Okay, so that's like the main reason why I did a lot of agility. But overall, for most people, I would put less agility. Now, as for intelligence, I would actually not put too much, right? Until you realize you just cannot do any MP, like you can't do your skills, because everything here takes MP, right? Here it takes 200 MP, here it takes 200 MP, then we go to the skills, and oh wait, no, I could just check here. So here it's going to take 202 MP, and here it's going to take 60 MP, but 3 times. So that's basically how it's going for that. So overall though, unless you're struggling for that, do not put much into MP. And then perception is the next one you should really go, because it's going to increase the minimum amount of damage that you could do. So overall, I would put the most amount of stuff into attack and perception the most, and then work my way towards agility and then a bit in intelligence, right? But not really too much. So little things to know also about the stats, which I'll put it on screen. So from what I'm understanding, I mean, I've gotten this information. If there's anything wrong with it, I will update it either in the pinned comments. So do check that. Even if you're watching this video a week later, check that out. Just in case there is updated information. So as for agility, you're getting 0.11% crit chance and crit damage per 1 point. All right, so I got 74 points, so I'm getting about like 7% extra crit rate and crit damage. Now for vitality, as for this, I mean, obviously you get 234 defense and HP and 40, but it's about 4 HP per and defense, I guess, considering it's the same. You get 4 HP per 1 point, so it's not really that crazy, and overall you're not really building in with an HP build unless there's weapons in the future that work off of HP. We'll have to see for that. And for intelligence, you're getting a 0.029% cooldown reduction every point, right? So I mean, it's not going to be that crazy. Even if it says 411, it's 0.029% cooldown reduction per. And as for attack, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know how much you get per, but it seems to be about 5 or 6 if I'm not mistaken. So that's basically, and then precision, it's kind of hard to tell, but I mean, the more you put into it, the more well, the higher your minimum damage is going to be for that. So just to recap, best ones to put it in is strength and perception, and then afterwards I would go into agility, and then vitality and intelligence I would go as I need to. Mainly MP, we have to see if we even need it, right? The amount of MP we're getting is not really that crazy and not needed at all. So it's mainly that cooldown reduction, but right now it seems to be 0.029% per point. So it's not really that worth it for that. So that kind of makes up this video. We're going to make a how to increase your CC and just get stronger in general as probably one of the next videos. So stay tuned for that one. The only thing that I won't really be able to include because it's going to take a while is this, which I think it's called upgrade. I think that's what they call it, if I remember correctly. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.